Hey, Scorpio, intuitive soul coach here with your August 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, I'm getting here the message: you are protected and supported as you start a new journey. So some of you may be heading towards a new path, a new avenue. You may be creating a side hustle, a business. You may be advancing in your career, and you are protected and you are supported. Some of you need to hear that message. I'm also getting the energy here of fun, creativity, inspiration. You may have felt a little bit stuck in a routine, or you may have wanted change. I feel like there is an ending to the old way of doing things, Scorpio, so you can embrace this new beginning. And this makes complete sense because you do have the coffin card showing up, and this does talk about something ending. It could be a job. It could be a career. If you are not happy where you are at, something is shifting and changing here for you. You may feel like you no longer want to invest your time, your energy, and effort into things that are not paying off or aren't not just lucrative, but they're not emotionally fulfilling. They're not in alignment with your soul's purpose. Some of you have struggled and you went through a financial setback, challenge, or struggle. I am sensing here that there's going to be a new beginning available to you, and now is the time to kind of seize that moment, because you do have the feather showing up. So there was divine intervention taking place here. There could be travel. Some of you may be taking a vacation. You may be deciding to take a step back, reevaluate, pause, reflect, have a little bit of fun, let your hair down, and see where you want to go from here on out. I get here, Scorpio, that a lot of you, if you didn't feel inspired in the past, if you didn't feel like your soul was in alignment with where you wanted to go, that is shifting here, and you are putting an end again to the old way of doing things. I really get that strong for you. So let's dive into your reading and take a look at the overall energy for you in August 2023. I am getting that a lot of you have been through a spiritual transformation. This could be within a spiritual transformation that is leading you to make some big changes in your career. It could be going back to school, leaving a job that you've been at for 20 years. It could be retiring. Some of you are relocating or moving. I do feel like this is significant. King of Cups, beautiful. Yeah, because it's not fulfilling. If you are in any sort of predicament, environment, or situation that isn't aligned with your heart and soul, you're putting an end to it. You're saying, I'm not investing in the things that bring me happiness. Therefore, I'm closing this chapter of my life, and I'm going to do something that's more fun, more adventurous, more creative. I'm getting that so strong, and the King of Cups is confirming. This is about you being in a place of more peace, more diplomacy. Now, the King of Cups, he is someone who is very loving, very supportive, emotionally intelligent. He may be in a career that is of service, that helps, supports, or cares for other people, including Mother Earth, including mankind, other humans. This could be being a doctor, a therapist, a coach, a healer, a mentor, anything that supports your soul purpose. I am getting here that a lot of you are in service or being called to be of some sort of service to others. You may be creating an online presence that connects people. Some of you are bringing people together through maybe a wellness retreat or just some sort of connection, networking event that could show up for you in the month of August. I'm also seeing an invitation here, an invitation to meet with other people that love what they do, whether it's an online learning community, a networking community face to face. You're going to connect with people who are supportive, who share common interests, common goals. They want to share their tricks of the trade without it being competitive, without it being a one-up type of energy. And that may be something maybe you're not used to here, Scorpio, but I feel a lot better where you're going. As soon as something is closed here, just like the coffin, there is an ending, a death, something's closed and it needs to be buried. And I feel like some of you could even be burying the hatch, as they say, where you're burying something, but you could even be digging it up. So bear with me here. This could be an old belief that shows up out of the blue. Finally, it comes to the surface here so you can heal it, deal with it, and release it for good. So it could be a limiting belief around, scarcity or poverty conscious mindset. It could be something that holds you back, some sort of fears, and you may be reopening Pandora's box in a sense here where you are hashing something out in order for you to make more space for what's to come. Okay, that's pretty specific here, but I do feel that it could be, I feel more so of a belief, or it could even be a conversation that you have with someone. It comes up from the past. Now, the challenge for you is to heal some sort of loss that has happened in the past. Now, this could be loss of a job. It could be loss of financial status. Some of you felt like you missed out on an opportunity here, but I feel like the disappointment is actually leading to a brand new opportunity. Rejection is protection, and maybe that's why that message was coming through for you in the beginning, that you are protected as you venture forward on this new journey, but don't look back. That's really strong here. However, it sounds counterintuitive because something may be showing up from the past, but it's important to use the knowledge of what's occurred in the past, but don't repeat it, is what I feel. And that may be that don't look back. Don't look back in a sense of repeating something because you've already learned a very valuable lesson. Now, when you have the Watch card showing up, some of you, I feel, we're getting a little bit impatient. Towards the end of August, specifically, I'm getting 8s. Now, it could be that 8-8 portal. It could be 8-18 or even 8-28. 8 is the energy of power, authority, strength, control, and speed. Finally, things speeding up after maybe a waiting period, a temporary period that was maybe a little bit challenging for some of you. Maybe it was a really good period, but I am feeling that you are closing one door and another is opening, almost back to back, quite quickly here. So if something does come up in the past, you're saying, I've already dealt with that. I don't need to play that same script out. I already know it verbatim, word for word. I don't need to repeat it or learn it again. So you're shutting the door here, which I actually like this 5 of Cups in reverse in the challenge position, because instead of focusing on the cups that have spilled, you are moving on to bigger and better. Now let's take a look here and see what's below you. What is below you, Scorpio? The Death card makes complete sense. You've undergone a spiritual transformation, which we've talked about. However, at times, we may resist change. We fear change. We're unsure of the unknown, right? And that can cause us to hold ourselves back. Not necessarily intentionally, but because we're not sure if that next step is going to be solid, if it's going to be secure, or if we will be protected. And I feel like you've undergone a lot of change. Some of you have been through quite a few different jobs. Some of you have changed your mind. There's an important message here that I really want to dive into. Some of you come to this planet having a specific job title that you really want. Maybe you've set out in this lifetime to be a healer, and at a very young age, you know that you want to be a brain surgeon, right? Some of you have that innate ability to just stick to one thing. Now, the majority, 70% here, are a Jill or a jack of all trades, where sometimes you dabble a little bit here, dabble a little bit here, because you chose to have the experience of many different things. But that's a struggle when you want to be over here. It's a struggle sometimes when you say, what's my sole purpose? That person's a doctor and they've always had that dream. Where's mine? Where's my turn? What is it that I want to do? Some of you really need to go within and know and understand that it was your human experience to be that Jill or Jack of all trades, to have your fingers in all different pots, and for you to go through some transformations that lead you to maybe a new workplace. Maybe you set out to be a leader just as this, or excuse me, a healer, just as this person over here did. But you're going to heal in many different ways. Perhaps you're going to use your healing in the form of, Reiki energy or massage. Perhaps you use your healing to be, a social media influencer where you help other people see things that they're not able to see on their own. So there's so many different forms. And I feel for a lot of you Scorpios, you're being called to fulfill your life mission, which is overall broad healer mentality, right? But it could be many different things. It doesn't have to be healer. I mean, that's just an example. But I feel like you may be comparing apples to oranges here, saying, well, this person has that. If you feel like you're judging at times or criticizing yourself even, or you feel that other people are judging you because you don't have that, doctor energy here, I feel like it's important for you to cut yourself some slack. A lot of you you're moving forward and you are gaining the experience, the wisdom, and the knowledge that your soul has set out to achieve. So that is a message coming in here for you. Now, I also feel there is a huge, huge soul mission that without a doubt you've come here to do. And I feel a lot of you know that you're on the cusp of something great. And I feel it here for you as well. So whatever this could be, whether it's writing a book, it could be entrepreneurship, maybe it's traveling the world, perhaps it's, bringing your family to a certain area in order for financial freedom, whatever this is here, you're breaking some sort of maybe even generational tie when it comes to money. There's something regarding wealth. Maybe you're the first one to come out of the poverty. This is big for you here. And I feel like you will accomplish your goals and dreams that your soul has set out to achieve. Sometimes the ego steps in and it lingers, right? It lingers too long on a thought, an idea, a pattern, a habit. And we don't need to hang on to that. It's important to move forward and let go. Close that chapter, close that door, because it doesn't belong where you are going. Now let's take a look here at the recent past and see what is going on for you, Scorpio, in the recent past. Now, I'm not saying that, if you're in this category over here of maybe you've been a nurse your whole life, or if you have been a specific, label, we'll just call it a label, it's okay for you to venture off and go outside that label. So you could be in category B over here, Jack or Jill of all trades, or you could be in category A over here where you have been doing something your whole life. It's okay to swap. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to have a new human experience. You don't need my permission, but some of you, your soul has been activated and really guiding you to listen to your intuition to have some sort of new experience, whatever that may be. So in the recent past here, we have the Eight of Swords, self-sabotage, getting in our own way, getting in our head about a situation, overthinking, self-doubt, second-guessing ourselves. But you're returning to a sense of confidence is what I see here with the King of Cups. You are connecting to that heart chakra. You're connecting to your higher power, higher self, and you're saying, all right, I've sat in this energy for too long. It's time to take off the blindfolds that are really just sheer, loose garment type of energy here where you may have been wearing it as a shield due to some sort of defense mechanism or something you may have been conditioned or taught, but you know that you are the creator and manifester of your life. And if you don't, Spirit is making that evident in your world in the month of August. So very, very powerful here. Let's get to the juicy good stuff of what you are bringing into your reality and the near future. Let's take a look at what you're manifesting. What's in your headspace? What's above you here, Scorpio? All right, what's above you? Oh, wow. Okay. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Three of Cups. You are ready to celebrate a win. You're ready to connect with your people, your soul tribe. You're ready to attract the right target market, the right company, the people who share your common interests and have a love for what they do, right? And there's where that King of Cups energy comes in as well. So you have Three of Cups here, which is about gleeful celebrations instead of feeling left out, instead of feeling like other people expect you to do this, be this, go there, live here. Instead of you living through everyone else or building someone else's dream or succumbing to being someone you're not, you're getting honest with yourself about what your heart truly desires and truly wants. And for that is a celebratory energy here for you. Very beautiful. Now, in the near future, lo and behold, you are stepping into your power with the Emperor energy here. This is about you being a strong leader. And earlier, there was a synchronistic slip, which I don't believe in slips. Remember, I said healer, but I actually said leader. Well, hello, you are a leader here, Scorpio. And for some of you, you may or may not realize this. Now, being a leader doesn't mean that you have to be the head of a company, the CEO, the top of the top. Being a leader means that you trust your own intuition, you trust in your heart, you trust in that beautiful brain and mind of yours to be the control center, that you are taking a stand based on what your desires, wants, needs, and soul purpose is, and you move in that direction. Let's say you decide that you want to go off and spend a year touring Europe. Maybe you want to go work with missionaries. Whatever this is here, you're trusting it. And that is actually true leadership here. Now, the Emperor energy is very powerful. He's very structured, very orderly. I'm getting this energy of play. So if some of you have been taking things quite seriously and quite literally as well, it's important for you to bring a little bit of joy, excitement, and play into your world, because the Emperor can be a little bit stern at times. He can be all work and no play. He is a very strong ruler, but I feel it's important for you to find that balance and know what leadership means to you. So you may be asking yourself, what does it mean for me to be a strong leader in my life? What does it mean for me to take a stand? How can I trust in myself to make the decisions without second guessing, without being ruled or dictated? Some of you may even be coming into contact with a boss, with someone who is a leader, who focuses on a lot of work and no play, where you bring a little bit of comedy to the mix here, and they enjoy you, I feel, because they may lack that at times themselves. But the Emperor here for a lot of you could be you coming up against some sort of authority, governing agency, or powerful structured force here that can actually help you free yourself from sabotage, from financial challenges. They could offer you, remember earlier there was the offer or an invitation. They may offer you a spot at their table, or in this case, a spot at the company, a spot at the job, an interview. You're going to love this because you have the Emperor, but you are showing up as the King of Cups. So this could be the opportunity of a lifetime here, one that really you wanted for quite some time. I'm getting here a dream that you're finally trusting, because the next card out here, this is how you're feeling. You're not lying to yourself. The masks are off. You're being authentic. You're being vulnerable. You're telling yourself with the Seven of Swords, this is the direction I want to go, and I'm not going to sneak my way around it. I'm going to be transparent. So there is transparency here. Instead of in the past, you may have dealt with people who sugarcoated things. They may have been nice to your face, and then behind the scenes, they may have talked gossip. But I feel like you are coming into contact with people who are very transparent. They're going to walk the walk and talk the talk. And this is you as well. And you're ready to implement. You're ready to have this new beginning. And I feel like you are moving in a direction that is more honest and more loyal to what your soul's purpose is. Because some of you wore a mask to fit in. Some of you may have felt like you had to be a certain way, but it wasn't being true to yourself here. Or you may have felt that other people were betraying or being dishonest or being disloyal. Is that a word? Disloyal, not being loyal or faithful to their word. and it is allowing you to move on. You can see here that there is a tear coming from the mask. So some of you are also shedding an old skin. I see that with the death showing up again. So a lot of times your deep, deep past, when it does show up, the reason why we do these Celtic crosses is because sometimes the past comes in, but you don't have to repeat the past if you've learned a valuable lesson here. And I feel like you have, but you may be shedding an old version of you. There could also be someone that disappointed you that you trusted. Scorpio, and sevens are a powerful energy of spirituality, inner awareness, and insight. You may not have seen something coming. You may not have seen this door close, but I feel that it's for the best. It's for your highest good. And remember that phrase in the very beginning, you are protected and supported as you move forward on your new adventure. So you are protected here. Let's take a look at the environment. What's going on around you? What can we take a look at around you here? Okay, way too many. All right, there's actually one that is showing up here. Two of Coins. This is your card here for your environment. Two of Coins is all about you setting some sort of new priorities because something may have felt off key, off track, maybe even a little bit imbalanced. Sometimes this can be work and play balance as well. So again, if you are all work and no play, this is time for you to reset your priority list. If something was way down here, right? Let's say you have a list 1 through 5 and maybe play, fun, and adventure was number 5 and all seriousness, all work and no play until the very end was at the bottom. I feel like you are reorganizing your priority list and you're saying, what is important to me, right? What is it? So there's some choices here to be made. Two of Coins can be about multitasking. It can be about comparing apples to oranges, which we talked about earlier as well. So some of you could have 2 job offers coming in. You may have 2 paths to choose from. You may be tossing up options and weighing out pros and cons. That's what I'm hearing. Pros and cons. You could be writing a pros and cons list mentally in your head or literally on a piece of paper. And you can also see there's the figure 8. I don't know if you can see it. Let me just zoom in. There is the infinity symbol here on this Two of Coins. So there is infinite abundance to you, and that may be something you are weighing up. How can I head towards more abundance? How can I balance work and play and still bring in that abundance as well? So you're asking yourself the right questions, but in the month of August, that strength comes to you in order for you to take action with the Emperor and set those priorities in a positive new direction here for you, because you may have had to reevaluate, reflect, and I feel like you're finally turning those priorities to action and you're saying, okay, I've been in this jumbling reorganization, pros and cons, back and forth stage for quite some time. Now I'm going to implement them. So you have that backing, that support, that protection to take action. Instead of just looking at the path, you're actually taking action is what I sense here. Let's look at your hopes and fears. What are your hopes, Scorpio? What are your fears for your wealth, your money, your abundance, your career? What are your hopes and fears here? I'm getting the name here, Larry. Larry, that could be your name. What I'm hearing when it comes to Larry is fair negotiation, fair compromise, or fair settlement is what I'm hearing. Something about being fair, okay? Larry, if that is your name, someone you're dealing with, there's something around fair settlement. Please take that as it resonates. 4 of Wands, beautiful. 4 of Wands showing up in your hopes is to be able to have a sense of togetherness, a sense of camaraderie, community, connection, networking, a coming together. When you have the 4 of Wands as the challenge, you may feel alone, even if you have people by your side, even if you have people cheering you on. Sometimes that path to success or path to the top can feel a little bit lonely. Now, 4 of Wands here, some of you could even be thinking about a new home, saving for a new home, saving up for maybe a wedding. You could be saving for a vehicle. I'm getting some sort of item in the physical sense. This can also be here vacation, some sort of milestone you want to hit, but you feel like you are set back right when you get close to a finish line. It's like someone comes in and passes you by and gets that finish line before you do. Okay, but I feel because there is a flag here, I feel like there's some sort of freedom here, financial freedom, emotional freedom, physical freedom that you are hoping to attain. And I feel like you absolutely will, Scorpio. There is a coming together. You have it with the King of Cups. So for those of you that have been wanting to connect with your soul tribe, this could be a class online that you've wanted to take. It could be an in-person class. Okay, thank you, Spirit. They're giving me, well, this is interesting. Okay. Very specific. Please take it as it resonates to you only. Depending on location, I'm not sure about other countries or other places, but there's something with learning how to protect yourself with, it could be concealed carry. It could be self-defense. Maybe it's Tai Chi or, we do have military there as well. Maybe you come from a military background or you're learning some sort of self-defense or taking a concealed carry class. That's showing up here for you. If you're wanting to do that, of course, trust your intuition, but there's something here regarding that. Maybe you work with weaponry or you work with guns. Maybe you work in the military as well, or maybe you're wanting to head in a direction where you don't have as much routine. You have a little bit more freedom because something is really strict around you here. I'm getting strict energy, needing to shake it up a little bit, needing to shift that vibration into more lucrative, more happy, more joyful, more adventurous journeys. Okay, something is stuck a little bit stagnant, and I feel because you're manifesting a gleeful celebration, you're moving onward from that stagnancy. Let's take a look at the final outcome. What is the final outcome for Scorpio in the month of August 2023? Final outcome. Some of you, maybe you had a father or grandfather named Larry that was in the military as well. Okay, final outcome, 8 of Wands. There's that accelerated motion. Yeah, like I said, you were getting a little bit impatient that something wasn't going to happen or turn out in your favor. Maybe you were waiting on some sort of settlement, back pay. It could be that you were waiting to close this chapter, but you weren't sure how. 8 of Wands comes in, kicking butt and taking names, right? 8 of Wands is an accelerated force. You are a force to be reckoned with here. And I feel like you're gaining traction because the 8 of Wands in reverse can be feeling stuck or feeling that delay. You're getting back on track here after a little bit of indecision or feeling stuck or self-sabotaging for some of you. But remember, you have the Watch card. It says it's time to profit. Divine timing is at play here. It's time to seize the moment. So something is taking off here. This could be a business idea that's taking off. You could be setting up a logo, a mission statement, a website. You may be launching a product into the world, a service. You may be telling people who you are, building up your reputation. There could be a call. I am getting here invitation or communication from an emperor as well. There could be a call back as well. If you've already had an interview or if you've already sat down with the boss, there's going to be some sort of results and you're going to feel good. Again, there is this shift here happening where you're accelerating and you're finally, it's almost like you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and you are expending all that energy and channeling all that energy. And for some of you, yes, this is some sort of self-defense, karate, or is it jutsu? Some of you may be thinking about opening up your own like karate shop. Maybe it's a studio, like a dance studio. It could be self-defense classes, as mentioned. I'm getting a gym. Maybe you want to start a gym as well, Scorpio, or maybe this is something that can help you feel and get back on track mentally, physically, emotionally when it does come to your career here. But the 8 of Wands is a beautiful card to have. Expect favorable news is what I'm hearing. Expect some sort of news here. I want to get one more card to clarify more about this news, because I'm getting here expect some sort of news and that it's going to turn out the way that it should. So it may or may not seem favorable at the time, but it's actually going to project you into or launch you into a new direction. Let's take a look at this news. What's this news coming in here, please, for Scorpio? Spirit, tell me about the news, please. Four of Wands. There it is. Four of Wands here. So yeah, it's going to be successful, harmony, stability. It could be news around a home, news around a gathering here. There is something stable being offered to you, and you're going to feel comfortable and you're going to feel content with a decision being made. Boom, I love this. You're manifesting your hopes here. So really beautiful. Four of Wands is what we just had in the hopes and fear position. Don't let your fears get the best of you. Don't sit in them, and you're moving onward, you're moving forward. So let's take a look here, Scorpio, at messages from the wisdom of the oracle. I will read to you the prosperity message from the guidebook. What do we have for Scorpio, please? Some of you may be working with pets or children. I'm hearing pets or children. You are so very blessed. And yes, you are, Scorpio. You have the blessed card, card 22. 2 and 2 equals 4. There's that Four of Wands as well. So 22 is all about something wonderful that may be or feel unearned or even unexpected. Grace that is an unforeseen gift from Spirit. And the message, Scorpio, is this. Unexpected windfalls and good fortune come your way now. You're in a phase where any difficulties or obstacles that have stymied your success seem to disappear on their own. Be ready to receive. The windows of opportunity will open wide. Accept the blessings given to you now and don't forget to share them. Okay, so also the protection message is humility is called for right now, as grace is an unearned gift. If you didn't get this gain by your own desires or actions, make sure you give gratitude for the help that's coming in, is what I'm getting here. To be who you need to be, you can no longer do what you did. And we talked about that. In a way, you have hit some sort of ending or rock bottom. And what is required now is nothing less than total surrender. Then you will be blessed. So for those of you that haven't quite hit that stride yet, total surrender is called for, and humility at this time. For others of you, you've already ended or closed some sort of door that we see here. And if that is you, if you're a little bit further ahead on that journey, then you are seeing the blessings here. So regardless of where you're at, where you come into this reading, if you're at phase 1 or if you've already hit phase 5, right, wherever you're at, you're going to see these blessings showing up. It just could be in a different time frame, but for the majority of you here, because you have the Eight of Wands, this is a message or news that you will see at some point throughout the month of August or near future. Blessed energy, beautiful. All right, Scorpio, let's take a look at messages from your spirit animals. And at this time, I just ask, if you can, please close your eyes, Scorpio. Take a deep, deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, a nice big belly breath. Hold it as long as you can and release through the mouth. One more deep belly breath. Hold it in and release through the mouth. And with your eyes closed, Scorpio, I want you to focus on that third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and that forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. This animal could be wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, or one that's visited through your dreams or in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Scorpio. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section box below. And I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. Wow, powerful messages showing up here. Now we have these numbers. They could be your age, they could be in your telephone number, or it could be in your personal or life path year as well. We have 39, 25, 45, and 8. Some of you may be born on the 8th. That 8 has been showing up strong. Some of you may have been born on the 25th. You have moth spirit, and it says surrender now. Surrender, and that's what we just talked about in the blessed card. So complete surrender is called for, and because some of you may be resisting some sort of change, even though there is change that is needed, right? That's why we have the death card. Don't resist an ending that is inevitable, that needs to happen in order for you to live your best life, Scorpio. An ending of an old way of thinking, old way of doing something. It can be a job, it can be an environment, whatever this ending is for you, it's necessary for your growth to step into that abundant future that you seek. You have elephant spirit. Learn from the past, because when we learn from the past, we don't have to repeat the lessons or the cycles that we've already been through. And I feel like you've already learned some valuable things that you can take with you now moving forward. So again, don't look back. You're not going that way. Watch your words. Watch your self-talk, because sometimes we talk to ourselves subconsciously in a way that isn't favorable, right? When you tell yourself you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you can't do this, pay attention to self-talk, because that can limit you, that can lower your vibrational frequencies. Also, pay attention to the words that someone else says as well, because there is a little bit of volatility happening here. It could be in the month of August where people may feel a little bit harsher. They may feel a little bit more rude at times or off key. Try to not retaliate. Try not to stoop down to the energy of someone else if this is them, because you have this sense of awareness now. You are a bright, beautiful energy here. Make sure that you are not repeating the energy that may be projected to you here, because parrots, right? When you talk to a parrot, they repeat what you say. Pretty bird, right? Pretty bird. So whatever it is that you are learning or whatever it is you're putting out there, you're going to see it being repeated back to you. So pay attention, because this is a very powerful energy here. And last but not least, you have Bobcat. Trust in the great mystery. It's also card 8. 8 is that strength. 8 is 8 portal. There could be a lot of mysteries happening here. A lot of things coming up for you around that August 8th portal. Trust in the mystery, because it is part of the process. Trust in yourself. It would be a really powerful day to meditate, go inward, maybe spend some time by yourself, by a body of water, get out in nature. Spend some time grounding your bare feet in the sand or in the grass if you're able to, but trust in the mystery and trust in the intuitive insights, wisdom, and knowledge that is coming through here for you as well. All right, now last but not least, we're going to see which gemstone, crystal, mineral, or fossil you can utilize, Scorpio, in the month of August to help you on your most prosperous path. What do we have here, please, for Scorpio in the month of August 2023? Ooh, Lemurian quartz. Some of you are, this is a little bit woo-woo out here, a little bit deep, but if you are way further ahead on that spiritual progression, or if you know about Lemuria, Arcturians, star seeds, things of that nature, you may be diving in and receiving messages from the star seeds from Lemuria. So again, if that resonates, please take it. If not, and you're thinking, what is this crazy lady talking about here? That's okay as well. But Lemurian quartz is, I feel, activated within you. And look at that. There's actually a key, and a lock, and something is being unlocked within you. It's also card 31, and 31 equals 4. So we're seeing more 4s here for you, but I'm also getting the 31st of the month, right? So there could be something that is coming into an end. Maybe it rolls over. It could be a cusp energy here as well for you. Let's take a look and see what Lemurian Quartz message is for you. All right, this is all about vision, big picture thinking, unlocking the secrets of infinite possibility. We talked about that with the 2 of coins. There is the infinity symbol here as well. So in your environment, you are unlocking that secret here to infinite possibility. And it's interesting to note as well, remember, you have the 7 of Swords. This can be that secretive energy. So if we look at it in that way, Scorpio, it's very powerful. All right, let's take a look at the prosperity message. They're telling me to read the oracle message and prosperity. So I'm going to look at both here. Your ability to imagine something bigger and better and draw in what you need in order to heal, feel a sense of well-being, and step into your power as a co-creator is greater than you think. The message of Lemurian Quartz Spirit is that now is a time to free yourself to dream big. What do you see for yourself? How do you picture yourself in this future? What kind of person have you evolved into for you to strive fully and embrace and enjoy your life on this healing journey? You are called to keep your eye on the bigger picture of your experience so that you recognize your struggles as leading you to epiphanies, allies, and inner wisdom born of live experience. Lemurian Quartz reminds you that the capacity to unlock the wisdom of the stars is within you. Just open your connection to the conscious universe and allow your imagination to soar. Very soon, a powerful vision of what is ahead for you will become clear. Enough does not have to be enough. This is the message of Lemurian Spirit. Now is the time to dream big. You do not have to humble yourself out of a false sense of modesty. There's that 7 of Swords, false sense. The dreaming you do will help you envision something new that will be firmly grounded in personal prosperity, for what you need and more will come to you from sources all around. The universe knows many ways to bring a vision to fruition, so think big, dream big, and envision all that you might be and co-create, knowing that abundance belongs to you at all times. And when you see how your prosperity can support others and flow into the world, claim this vision and know that it will grow exponentially in scope. Yes, it will. This is really powerful because, again, it kind of goes back to what we said originally in the very beginning of your reading. You are protected and safe as you venture forward on this new journey. So there is protection here. There's guidance, and Spirit is encouraging you, Scorpio, to dream big. Even if you are in that category B that we talked about, you're a Jill or a Jack of all trades, you may be comparing yourself to category A over here saying, well, I can't dream big. That's never going to happen for me like it happened for them. Remember, every one of us are on our own soul's journey. When we start to compare and we start to judge and we start to criticize or self-doubt our gifts, our skills, our abilities, we lose sight of, the big picture. And Spirit wants you to bring that big picture back into your vision, to keep that third eye chakra open. So again, 8-8 energy. Open that third eye, enter the portal, enter the opportunity to tap into the unlimited potential that is available to you. That is what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most. If you are vibing with the energy of the channel and haven't already hit the subscribe and bell button, please do so. And I would love to see those power animals. Drop them in the comment section box below to be entered into the free reading giveaway. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for spending your precious time and energy here. Lots of love.